Good evening and a very warm welcome to Winner's Circle and of course Racing International tonight. South Africa's flag bearer live from Dubai, Michael de Kock, to talk to us about his meteoric rise to fame in Dubai. He's really put South Africa on the map in no uncertain terms, and it seems barely unimaginable. It was just the other day that Mike de Kock was standing in the parade ring at Nad Al Sheba with Patrick Shaw, his friend and colleague, and of course he hadn't even had a runner yet, but Ipi Tombi and of course Victory Moon, sadly deceased, was his baptism of fire in Dubai. Mike, let's start immediately with the BALANCHINE, because there's so many wonderful memories about Dubai that we'll reflect on in due course. But the Trackers report I found incredibly insightful and firmly put people in their place for those who had derogatory comments to make about IGUGU'S debut in Dubai.
Yeah, Andrew, look, to get a horse to Dubai in any form or shape of peak fitness after 13 months on the road is a miracle in itself. But I mean, that often goes unnoticed and unappreciated, which is actually quite sad. When the fillies actually run quite a good race, got involved in a speed duel, was pulling and very fresh, and got beat, and these things happen.
Well, I don't think that I've ever seen a more definitive explanation as to a horse's performance, because it breaks down to one of the fastest times ever recorded on grass in Dubai from a sectional perspective, and it's highly scientific. So what you told me immediately after the race has been vindicated. It's unassailable. Well,
exactly, and that's the beauty about having something like Trackers. This is not some punter that's just lost his money talking out of his pocket. This is science, and this is evidence of exactly what took place. With hindsight, it would have been nice if we could have got in behind the pacemaker, but she was pulling, and the Godolphin pacemaker did the job. No one can hold that against them. They were sent out there to make the pace for their horse. They obviously thought that a good pace wouldn't be in our favour because the filly's coming off a long rest. And tactically, what they did was very sound. One can't fault them for that. So I mean, I would do the same if I was in the position that I could run three in a race, and I'd the same owners, and I could burn one for the pace. We wouldn't do the same thing.
And the South African mare takes them past the 1,200 metres mark, leading by a neat length over Dark Orchid, who's chasing her. 2 lengths away, Sarge Haar on the outside of Lily's Angel. A length and a half to Spell Work on the outside of Prussian. And Colliding Whirls is 2 lengths away at the tail of the field. IGUGU under a good hold, sliding down the side. She ran 800 metres in 47.8. IGUGU, a neck in front of Dark Orchid, who's now working closer, trying to pressure the champion mare. Sarjar is on the back of Dark Orchid. Lily's Angel on the rail. Prussian away from the fence, then Spell Work, and Colliding Whirls has been run off her feet as they come around the bend. 500 to run. IGUGU just in front of Dark Orchid. Sarjar now moves up on the outside to lay down the gauntlet. Prussian running on as Sarjar put ahead in front. Sumion has to get to work on IGUGU, but Sarjar's run past her, run away from her. Prussian is the danger to Sarjar. Sarjar led with 150 to go. Prussian driven after her. Sarjar in front. Prussian stride by stride is closing the gap, but the post will be too close, and Sarjar wins the double. Sarjar wins the...
I don't think many people realise what an enormous performance it was of IGUGU'S in the J&B Met, where everything hadn't gone well, and the enforced rest seems to have done her an enormous amount of good.
Well, I think she's looking fantastic. She's come out of this race very, very well. She's come on, and thankfully she's sound the next morning, and we live to fight another day. I mean, what is racing? All about one day. If I had to think like that, and if I had to train horses just for one day, I wouldn't be here today, Andrew. At the end of the day, there's got to be a long-term view. We've missed 13 months of this horse's career with it, travelling and trying to get here. Listen, the game plan has always been that she ran in the BALANCHINE, she runs in the Jebel Hatta, and she runs on World Cup night. Nothing's changed. She'll be running on Super Saturday, and she goes into to World Cup night as well. So, we stick into the game plan. There's no point in changing things now. For me, we're on track. I've got she got beat. So what? These things happen. I saw it with JJ the jet plane. He got beaten first time out. We went onto the right surface. He came out and won. He fired.
JJ the jet plane has won the IGUGU'S sprint from a photo. War Artist, Invincible Ash, better be the one. Then Quick Enough, in Exile, Mr. Gruff, Mara Dentro and Spin Cycle, one of the last in a memorable IGUGU'S sprint of 2011.